Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back to Arcade Spirits. We're on Chapter 6. Chapter 6. Hit the lever, Kronk! Oh shit, that's our set. That was the second time we've done a pull the lever Kronk reference today. Huh. Years 20XX, dreams come true. Let's be honest, if you asked me 2 months ago if my dream involved being the event coordinator at a video arcade, I have just stared at you kinda funny. Even now, it sounds ridiculous. But it's true. I'm here, successful, I'm happy. And it's my dream. Ever since my cock, business has been booming. Ugh. Never not gonna get me. The Funplex is packed with players day in, day out. Kids, teens, the college crowd, nostalgic ones looking for old games they remember. I've run 3 events so far. We started rotating our games out of storage and into play. To keep things fresh, the high score boards are constantly shifting. In fact, things are going so well, Gavin's hinted that maybe we should start looking into a second location. This will always be home. Seeing the smiles on coworkers and gamers alike, watching my friends laugh and play in good spirits, that's working for me and it's bringing me joy in turn. I won't argue why. In fact, I barely understand why. But I'm happy, and that's better than I've been in years of going with the flow. Going with the flow never brought me this much enjoyment. I'd say by this point, I've soundly broken the family curse. Maybe everything doesn't have to fall apart from under me. Maybe I can be happy. Maybe this is where I'm meant to be. Sign here, huh? A bicycle messenger nudges a slim envelope my way, trying to catch my attention. I'm snapped out of my happy little trance immediately. No problem. After jotting down my signature, he drops off the envelope and heads right out the door. No time for Moopy or a round of pinball, it seems. Deliveries to be made. Curious, I open it up. Zine Deween, you're cordially invited to dine and discuss business matters at Deco's Palace with CEO Deco Nami. That bitch. Meeting time will be 7 in the evening, sharp. You may bring a guest of your choosing. Free Royal Valley swipe cards available for enjoyment of games prior to meeting. What? I read through it a few more times, choosing to parse all the curly cues and swirls and swooshes, although that doesn't clear my confusion of the whole matter. Francine looks up from her knitting, curious about the letter as well, although she seems to already have an idea of what it says. Ah, it's them poachers, man.
Oh, dear.
Time for that fella to make another attempt at wooing me. Rather than wooing my beloved Funplex. Let me guess, Deco Nami of Deco's Palace sent you a fancy invitation with all sorts of fancy writing. It's not the first time. He invited my dear Frederick and I over in 1980s to talk about selling the Funplex, and we turned him down flat. 1990s, when home consoles were poised to take back the arcade crowd, he suggested we sell. We turned him down. 2000s, he's at it again. A gentleman will know when to quit, but he's got tenacity, and I can't fault him for that. Why would a big-time arcade operator like Deco Nami care that much about us? We're small time. Every time I hear Deco Nami, I keep thinking it's a girl. I mean, right? It's Nami. Come on, if anyone should be offended, it's you calling yourself small time, Zine dear. You've put in so much work to make my little arcade soar. But that's why he's knocking on our door again. I wish he'd knock on my back door. Like Gruyere cheese in a mousetrap. Nami is a girl's name. Definitely a girl. And we're gonna bang. We're gonna smash.
My, oh my.
Depends on how clever you are. I am the cheese. And the cheese stands alone. Heavens no. Contrary to what people say about the fellow, he's very much a man of his word. I always accept his invitation, always hear him out. It's only fair and proper. I thought he was like arcade scene's greatest evildoer.
Let's be sensible.
That's a bit grandiose, no? Certainly plenty of rumors of his questionable methods around. But that's all they are, rumors. Politeness should be met with politeness. That's how you conduct proper business, and that's what the Funplex is all about. Francine moves to rise from her seat, but pauses. I move to help, but she waves me away. Oh, don't worry about little old me. I just stood up too quickly. She's gonna die! Oh, okay. Alright, I'm calling it. I'm calling it, guys. End of the game is Francine kicking the bucket and we taking over the arcade. That's the end of the game. Francine fucking eats it big time. And we take over the arcade. Me? Let's be serious now. These old bones aren't as spry as they once were, and I think you have you'll have a good time there. Well, an interesting time at any rate. Count on me. Alright, let's go. Remember, offer only as much respect as you are given. If he should be uncouth, you have my permission to be uncouth as well. There are many exploiters and users of this industry, and undoubtedly Dekonami ranks in their number. So smile if he smiles, but use caution. So go there, turn him down, got it. The slowness of response is a bit concerning. I trust you make the right decision for everyone. Which is not selling? I don't feel that's my call to make anymore, dear. Maybe you haven't noticed, but I spend most of my time at home these days, or napping at home. The Funplex isn't really about me, not anymore. It's so much more than Francine's Arcade Funplex now. It's about you. It's about all your coworkers. It's about all you regulars. You've made me realize that, and I'm thankful. Dude, we are totally overstepping Gavin's bounds here. This is Gavin's call, not ours. Which, like, an option earlier, this one right here. Shouldn't Gavin go? He outranks me. Your kingdom is mine to rule. Wasn't trying to kick you out. Yeah, I don't want to kick you out, Francine. Just happy to be here, Miss Francine. I'm happy to find a place where I feel I belong. You're a peach. I like to get into Francine's peach. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? But times, they are a-changin'. I am an old fuddy-duddy. What the fuck is a fuddy-duddy? Damn, I've never heard that term before. We're almost back to the heyday of the 1980s, thanks to the changes you've made. So, I won't say you can't decide to sell. If it's a change you think we need, do it. Please keep an open mind. It's only afternoon, I'm already worn out. Haven't even done anything but sit here and knit all day. Knitting takes a lot of work. It's hard, I can't do it. At the same time, I'd rather come in for work tomorrow. Even if there's a little work for me to do, I love being here, it's my true home. No, I've never heard the term fuddy-duddy. How old are you, Eric? Damn, you're an old fuddy-duddy.
Let's be sensible.
Like I told you, life can be a difficult series of trade-offs. What I want and what should be are often different things. I'm relying on you to do right by everyone I love. If selling is in their best interest to keep this dream going, so be it. No matter what you decide, I'm proud of you. I knew there'd be something special about you when I hired you to replace my grandson. You're my new grandson. And my fantasies about you are okay. Happy to consider you part of my family. Oh, thanks, Francine. You're a good person with a good heart. Clear-headed, too, a fine combination. Couldn't ask for more in someone you love. You hear that? She loves us. Ain't that right? Just like I love you, Malakishto. Well, I think I'll take your suggestion and head on home. I'll be here bright and early in the morning to hear how things went with Mr. Nami. I know you'll make the right decision. Good night. Be well. Make the right decision. Okay. Yeah, let's just keep it open. Let's waffle here. All this work, finding my dream. As strange as this sounds, I need to consider dumping it all. Well, maybe it's not selling out. I haven't actually heard his proposal yet. Yeah. That might be what we need to push the Funplex over the top and placate a rival. We'd be the sister boutique to his department store. Still, I'm not willing to say one way or another. Not yet. We'll see. Who am I gonna make my +1? Yeah? I'm your girl, Friday, but I'm afraid you're not my type. My type being USB compatible. You're back on that grind? Good luck with it, Nell. I sense you were in a state of deep ponderance and wanted to help. You're thinking of who to take to the meeting? I mean, Naomi's obvious choice. Yeah. Sure, as part of the Funplex family, Naomi would be a good pick. But this is a business meeting. You may want to consider widening your options. Naomi will support your decision either way. It's clear she trusts you. Dude. Gavin, he does business in a business-like way. Come on. Really? I mean, like, I agree, Gavin, but he does business in a business-like way. What? Naomi. Honestly, I do think this is a bring Gavin kind of thing, man. Teo does not need to be there. Percy does not need. Percy, Teo, Queen Bee, they're not employees. They don't need to be in here. Ashley's worthless. It's Naomi or Gavin who we're bringing. I think we should bring Gavin. But at the same time, we could just bring Naomi and get more Naomi love points. Does the game say that I'm on Apex Legends? That's weird. I'm not on Apex Legends. Don't even have the game open. Who trying? Oh, we're smashing Naomi. We're dating Naomi already. Where's my Naomi? There we go. Oh, it doesn't change anything. We're already dating Naomi. She's already in our back pocket. She's our waifu. We gonna smash. Let's bring Gavin. We already scored the Naomi dating. I think we can do what feels right. I fire off a quick text to Gavin to summon him. You know what? We can do this even better. Save. He's still scanning over his spreadsheets, even as he approaches.
Excellent.
Good news. This is our best week ever. I wouldn't advise getting too comfortable, as summer vacation's almost over, and that'll cut into the youth demographic. You want to see the menu again? There you go. Gavin is not my husbando. I'm actually surprised I have more Gavin points than I do like Queen Bee or Teo. Because I don't like Gavin that much. But here's the thing is that if Gavin is the one of any of the employees who's gonna want to sell. Naomi, no way Naomi wants to sell the arcade. Ashley, I don't know. I don't think she'd want to sell. All these guys definitely don't want to sell. If anyone wants to sell the arcade, it's Gavin. That's great, Gavin, but Francie's got a different job for us today. We're going to Deco's palace to meet and discuss a possible business venture. Possibly a takeover. I'd heard he's made overtures in the past. Ironically enough, this may be the ideal time to approach him, when we're at our strongest. If we're even to entertain the notion, I'd rather be in a position of power before entering negotiations. Yeah, of course. All he wants is a buyout. I object on multiple grounds to such a short-sighted idea. I'll go close out my files and join you shortly. Don't make a big deal of this. Don't make a big deal of this. We go there, study how the place works, make an informed decision. One way or another, the Funplex will be just fine. It's gonna be fine. Gavin offers to drive us across town to Deco's palace. Contrary to the talk before, we don't exchange many words. I'm deep in thought, running through all the possibilities. Something's off. Even looking at the glowing neon temple in the distance, my stomach knots and I feel uneasy. When we pull up, a valet takes the car and glitzy blinking lights blind our eyes. Hesitantly, I look over to Gavin. That smile reassures me enough to continue onwards. This is for me, my friends, and the Funplex. I got this. Hey, Two Flower, welcome back, dude. I pause momentarily, inhaling the cool air around me, and open the door. I'm on Naomi route. We're smashing Two Flower. It's so nice not to see the first chapter. Oh, you've been flipping through all the different streams, hearing everyone read through chapter 1 over and over and over and over and over again. This is not centered. That is not a circle, man. This is off kilter. I'm pissed. Deco's palace. I've actually been here before. I think my 6th birthday party. Barely remembered it. I think I had fun. Also, we're on Naomi route. We're gonna smash Naomi. In my head, we've already smashed. When are you gonna release the pack for character arts. I'm waiting for that. Steam allows lewd games nowadays. But on entering as an adult, my first reaction is, okay. My first reaction is, boy, is that a weird smell. A mix of chicken grease, beer, and sweaty kids. 35th Wednesday of November. Never-vember. Mark that on my calendar. Okay, Google. Set a reminder for 35th Wednesday of Neverember.
Sure, 35th Wednesday of November. When do you want to be reminded?
35th Wednesday of Neverember.
Okay, what time?
Whenever you feel like, girl.
Sorry, what time was that?
69 a.m.
Okay, 69 a.m. What time?
69 a.m.
Alright, 69 a.m. What time?
4:20. God damn it, dude.
Okay, I'll remind you on Wednesday at 4:20 a.m.
Okay, Google. Cancel my reminders.
Alright, I canceled it.
I don't need that. My second reaction is, geez, is it noisy. Visually noisy and sound type noisy. All the chaos of a Vegas casino, a jumble of lights and bells and whiz bangs. Once we acclimate to the new environment, we're escorted in, given VIP royal value swipe cards. No tokens, no quarters, just a card of indeterminate points to spend. Yeah, who the hell's using coins anymore? That's the future, man. You need those swipe cards. Tap, you gonna flex? What are you gonna Apex Legends wins? We got a little over an hour to kill before the meeting. Time to see what's what at the palace. Gavin's first reaction is to crunch some numbers. You'll tweet it out? Alright, man. I'm watching. Based on a conversion ratio of nerd talk. Variable game pricing, nerd talk. EV, oh yeah! That's expected value shit right there. I can see why Deco's Palace is a profit fountain. They obfuscate how much you're actually spending here to keep you from realizing how expensive it all is. Well, we have tokens. Which, I mean, probably is like a 25-cent token, but still, it's the same idea, right? Makes sense. Deco's geared that works to milk his customers for everything they're worth, while hiding that fact behind some vague scorecard. Indeed.
We should be careful.
That said, I need to run some statistics to see exactly how brutal the system is in practice. I wouldn't want the Funplex to exploit its customers. Surely a happy medium exists, huh? Food for thought. I'd definitely like to study this a bit closer. There's a Fist of Discomfort tournament tonight. It'll be over there. I'll join you back up with you later. Okay, time to kill, but not that much time to kill. I need to be choosy. What do I want to check out? Waiting for my dinner date with Destiny. Big ol' dinner coming soon, but this place is sucking the moisture right out of my body. I'm thirsty and I need someone to quench that mighty thirst. Let's see. Flex on these hoes. Hey! Looks like Tapion is now a pharmacy technician certificate graduate. Very nice, dude. Congratulations. From University of Indianapolis. Well done, dude. Congrats. Our boy. All grown up. I slide up to the bar, looking to wet my whistle. And maybe get a snack. A fairly bored-looking bartender noticed my approach and puts on a fake smile for my benefit. Your hairline looks like it belongs to a 6-year-old farmer. Hey, you know what? That's, they make toupees and wigs. Just shave it all off. No one has to know. Welcome to Deco's Palace. How can I help you? Alcohol will require proof of identification. Rattled off in even monotone by someone who gave up caring years ago. I enjoy a beer as much as the next guy, but I think I'll stay stone cold sober before butting heads with Deco Nami. Diet soda and fries. Do you want me to play some recorded music? Studies show it helps with long waits. Wondering what the holdup is, I try to find the bartender again, despite the elbow-to-elbow crowd. Oh, hey, look, it's the guy from, Mystic Messenger. He's also missing one eyeball. He's also got the, Sasuke knot down here. Goddamn hipsters can't afford a belt. Excuse me? Quickly, the customer mumbles something and takes a small object, USB drive from the bartender, and noticeably looking. Sorry, I just had a thing to do. I'll get out of your way. What was it you wanted? Diet soda fries. I'm worried he's gonna vanish from the face of the earth again, but soon he's back with some pre-prepared fries and a bubbly soda. Alright. Point to Jester Games. Cash or credit or phone pay. I absently wave my phone in his direction. Money for you. Right. Time to sample this appetizer. Is it edible? They are technically fries. Potatoes, sliced, fried. Want me to add that to your online review? No online review. Last thing you want is to annoy Deco Nami with a 2-star report on his fried foodstuffs. I thought this place was supposed to be, you know, good food and good times, not plausibly acceptable food and yet to be had good times. I did a search, there's not a single negative review of the food here. More than half these reviews are written by bots. I can tell the earmarks. One AI to another, there are recognizable heuristic patterns. They all say fellow humans at the end of their messages. It's really easy to spot. He stuffs his own electronic ballot boxes. Who's this guy? A tin pot dictator? No, it's just how Yelp works. Yelp's all bots. That's a weird thing. The sites I'm checking have really good anti-bot control mechanisms. Or Yelp. They just pay out, man. Yeah, right? Like, I enjoyed the food here, fellow human. Yes, the musics were pleasing to my human ears, fellow human. I found the entertainment very entertaining, humans. This is weird. Do you want me to look into this more? Ah, sure. Go have fun. Okay. Don't know it'll come up with much, but thanks for believing in me. I decided to finish off my snack and drink quickly so I can get back to exploring Deco's palace. What next? Focus on trying to find games. Actual games. It's alright, let's do a tournament, actually. I admit I'm impressed. They've got no less than 10 Fizz to Discomfort machines. 2 flour. Again. No fewer. Fewer is when you can count. Fewer is for countables. Less is for not countable things. Fewer than 10. All of them occupied by players in pro team jerseys and jackets. The crowd's red hot, cheering on their heroes as the back and forth resources battle of the world's most popular fighting strategy game plays out before them. Although the banner hanging above it all does make me shudder walk. Deco's Palace presents the Choco Energy Max Power Quench Pizza Yum's Friday Night Fisting. Is that a porno?
When you have pizza on a bagel.
Oh god, please no, I haven't had one of those in weeks, not since I started being able to afford real food. You just don't appreciate the sublime majesty of combining 2 of the greatest bread-related snack products in one hybrid masterpiece. Hang on. I sense a disturbance in the force. What? Hacks! Cheater! Oh, it's Randall Calrissian again. 2 competitors step away from their game, start shouting and shoving each other. I hope this doesn't escalate. And now it's a full-on fight, like an actual awkward grapple and punch fight. Ha! Kick his ass! Oh, this guy had some fun put into his design. It's the same though. So it's like 3 ghosty boys. They're all ghosty boys, man. So we met the Orange Ranger, we got Blue Ghost Ranger, we got Red Ghost Ranger. No, there's 3. We got 3 Ghost Rangers. It's Aqua and Magma Grunts. Don't take any of that shit. Destroy him, motherfucker! Oh, we got Pink Ranger, so... The Blue Ranger is black, that's right. Red Ranger, of course, is Native American. Pink Ranger is white. Yellow Ranger is an Asian girl. Violent altercation detected. Do you want me to call emergency services? Deco's palace has security guards. They should be able to handle this. The two gamers both flail wildly at each other. One swing actually makes contact. Blood dribbling down the corner of a mouth. Yeah! Yeah! Now this is entertainment! Except the people with black shirts that have security printed across their chest just stand there letting it happen. No one's doing anything to stop this. The crowd is eating it up, feeding off the cutthroat energy. Only half a minute into this nonsense does the security actually step in. Much to the crowd's dismay. Two angry gamers were still cursing and kicking as they finally pulled apart. Yeah, see, we can make this a regular thing, man. I mean, usually we do it in the basement so we don't talk about Fight Club. Yeah, Tapion, do you not like a good fisting? Interesting. I heard the Deco's palace was a cesspool of bad attitudes. Guess I wasn't wrong. The crowd wanted blood, and Deco provided. But were they just regulars, though? I mean, can't argue with the prophets. He knows his clientele, knows what they want, the most aggressive and in-your-face competition imaginable. I question the ethics of it. Smells like lawsuit. Pretty obvious the security guards held back and let them fight. They're not doing their job. How has Deco not had his pantsuit off over this? A strong observation. My only guess is the immense power of his wealth, which affords him as many lawyers as he needs to throw out a problem.
Take this matter
I've heard
seriously.
rumors of him using his influence like a cudgel. I'd hate to be on his bad side if so. I suggest we move on. Not much to learn here in terms of proving how we run our events. Agreed. Alright.
Beep beep.
It's 7 p.m. Dekonami. Alright, skip the games. Quickly send a text to Gavin before nervously wringing my sweaty hands together. I let the sounds and sights of Deco's wash over me and I retreat deep within myself. Francine comes to mind. Everybody here has a dream they're chasing. No doubt you'll find yours as well. It gives me a momentary respite, and I smile. I know exactly what must be done. Gonna go in there and do it. Gonna poop on the floor. Is this the meeting room? I only ended up waiting a minute or two before I was reunited with Gavin. Without having to introduce ourselves, the staff swoops in, anticipating our arrival, and ushers us further inside the restaurant. We are treated like royalty as they pull out our chairs for us, and we sit down at our reserved table. Amongst the families huddled around ginormous plates of pizza and chicken tenders, we stick out like a sore thumb. An actual linen tablecloth drapes over our table, accompanied by fancy little candles to set the mood, I suppose. A nice bottle of champagne on ice and a carafe of cucumber lime infused water also sits before us. Not just cucumber water, but cucumber lime infused water. Wow. Ooh, wow. Now that's how you know we're getting upscale. Not just one type of vegetable and fruit in the same water. Deco spares no expense. Fancy as this place can get. Don't be swayed by red carpet treatment. We're here to conduct business. Approach this with a calm and rational mindset. I'm just here to support you, don't worry. Vegetable and fruit, a mockery of God's plan. Yeah, you don't put vegetable together with your fruit salad, right? It's vegetable salad or fruit salad, don't be ridiculous. You're the business manager. The invitation was in your name, not mine. I'm here to listen quietly and contribute where I see an opening in a discussion, not to take point. But don't worry, I'm behind you every step of the way. I wish you would get behind me, Gavin. If you know what I mean. Once again, the staff takes care of our needs, as our food is delivered promptly. I just realized Gavin's walking around with torn up pants. Why is Gavin walking around with torn up pants? Come on, Gavin, take care of your goddamn clothes, dude. Faster than the other families seated here, who have been waiting some time, judging by expansive crayon work on their kids' placemats. Not surprised we get a few glances our way. Given how long I had to wait for my fries earlier, I'm shocked by the discrepancy. But before any of us can chow down, the man of the hour arrives. Who? Damn. Holy shit. Did he steal every single infinity stone and put them on a ring? Cause that shit is blingin'. Deco Nami. Oh, he's voiced by Commander Shepard. Ooh, damn, you got a fancy ass voice actor up in here. Let me get the voice.
It's an honor to break bread with you.
Yes, sir. Likewise. I'm not sure why I'm taken aback by his presence, but he looks decidedly ordinary. I was ready for an over-the-top 1920s mob boss. Does he not look like a mob boss? I mean, is this ordinary? I mean, if you guys could compare him to, like, our fun Indian Sultan earlier. Hamza, bing, bing, shalaboom, bing, balaboom, balaboom. Sure, there's the jeweled walking cane, the rings on his finger clearly like showing off his money. Yeah, does he not have, like, a giant clock hanging off his neck and, like, the most blinged out teeth ever? I'm surprised he doesn't have, like, 8,000 earrings and a tattoo on his face that says 69. But Deco, he's not some caricature. He's just an ordinary guy in a suit. When I picture the grand poobah of Deco's palace, I picture someone more like Hamza. There we go. He offers a simple smile and a nod of the head as we begin. It's a shame Miss Francine couldn't join us. I was looking forward to enjoying her sweet smile once more. But that said, I'm always happy to meet with Gavin Cooper, business manager. Excellent. I was hoping to meet with you as well.
I take it Francine has kept you up to speed and explained our prior meetings to you?
Yes, she mentioned you wanted to buy the Funplex, and she's politely declined.
Always a courteous woman she is. Now, I don't feel I need to waste your time with the facts and figures illustrating why Deco's Palace is and always has been the premier family entertainment arcade.
Alright, Deco. Both of you are intimately familiar with the arcade industry. You know how things are, how they'll always be. We are the 800-pound gorilla. I mean, I consider myself an arcade expert. After all, I have been working in the arcade industry for 2 months. That's a big gorilla. Okay, Google. How much does the average gorilla weigh?
Gorilla species Western gorilla typically has a weight of 350 pounds. Eastern gorilla typically has a weight of 330 pounds.
That is a big gorilla. But that doesn't mean there isn't room for smaller, more boutique affairs such as the Funplex. Interesting.
Let me explain.
Frankly, the winds of change are blowing. Smaller arcades need to move with the times or be swept aside. I want to help you evolve. Oh, it's Abatur. Change. Evolve. Zerg strains evolve. Adrenal glands. What I'd like to propose is a change of ownership. In return for a very generous compensation package, one Miss Francine can easily retire on for the rest of her years. It's not gonna be long. She's gonna bite the bullet. I would take over ownership of the Funplex to evolve it into its final form, Deco's Fun Zone. I did not expect a Dragon Ball Z reference out of Deco Nami. What's a Fun Zone? A Fun Zone is a new concept I've been trying at some of my smaller satellite locations. Best of both worlds scenario. Honestly, the Funplex is simply too limited in size to host a full Deco's Palace experience of fun, family, food, and excitement. Fun, family, food, and fun. FFFE. Come on. You can get another F word in there. Instead of installing a restaurant or bar, we simply focus on your strengths, your games. You become a game center rather than a palace. We need to replace some of your outdated machines, of course, bring it up to speed with the standards of excellence at Deco's Palace is known for. But overall, I think this will be a win for all involved. Yeah, food, fun, fucking. Oh, they fucking. They fucking. He sits back, resting his hands on a knob of his cane, smiling away. Okay, slob on my knob, like corn on the cob. Let's go with staff. New management means new staffing. What about the staff we already have?
Good.
I firmly believe you have a long and storied career ahead of you in arcade management, Mr. Deween. I've heard nothing but good things about you from various field scouts and contacts. The fact you landed in my radar at all indicates your rising importance in our industry. You should be proud of that. Okay, but that doesn't answer my question. What about the others? Well, Mr. Cooper is a capable accountant, but I'm certain he'd be welcome in a new facility. But we can hash out staffing later on after settling the bigger picture questions. Let's talk creative control. I've been developing new sorts of arcade events, competitions, and other things to get people in the door. Would we still be able to name our stuff My Dick? I think that's really important to how successful My Dick was.
Let me explain.
Obviously, I value your expertise on these matters. After all, you've run one event. That's not answering the question. It's a matter of branding and image. There are certain standards of practice you need to adopt in order to truly be part of the Deco family. Can I name my events My Dick? This is what we need to get down to, Deco Nami. Oh shit, it's my cock. Yeah, sorry. I need to know if I can call things my cock still. Once you realize that, you'll understand more of how we run these kinds of events. Nothing too... onerous? Oh. And really, we need to look at the bigger picture, the chance for growth and profit. Don't worry about such petty little things for now. Unruly. Onerous? I thought onerous was spelled differently. It is spelled onerous. Huh. Saw a few... Okay. I saw a few players fighting. Ah! Again. Hey, I saw some of your customers fighting. Yes. Yes! Did you enjoy the show? Fighting each other with fists. I take it my crack security team intervened. Eventually.
You understand.
We take safety very seriously at Deco's Palace. That includes the safety of our security workers. They're instructed not to intervene until it's safe to intervene for all involved. I trust them to make that call, and I'll note, we're not a single legal action pending. Zine has proven capable event manager. I would suggest you listen to him regarding how to best organize the tournament. I suggest you back the fuck off and let him run his own goddamn place. After all, if we were to enter a partnership, we'd want to rely on the combining expertise we bring to the table, correct?
As you like. Am I not generous?
If you have any suggestions for ways we can improve our competitions, Mr. Deween, I'm all ears. Quality of service. I had some fries at the bar earlier. I attempted to have some fries. It took forever to get service. The waiter was too distracted. I hope that our fun zone can deliver a better service experience.
Unfortunate.
I'm disappointed to hear that. Needless to say, I'll deal with the bartender appropriately. Not trying to get him fired. Ah, yes. Well, let's not dwell, shall we? Rest assured that we aim to maintain a high-quality experience overall. They'll be sacked. I don't think this is the moment to confront him regarding his review tampering. That's all.
Excellent.
Excellent. Shake on it. He rises to his feet, extending a hand bristling with shiny rings to shake mine. I wasn't sure about his deal, but I was willing to keep an open mind. After everything I've seen and heard, am I really gonna shake that hand? Fuck you! Yeah, let's... I wanna see concrete numbers, contracts. I need things. I need lines drawn. Can't honestly say I like everything I've seen tonight, but it feels like flatly turning him down could be signing our death warrant. I need to stall for time. I know you've insisted we focus on the bigger picture, but the big picture is made of lots of smaller brushstrokes, Mr. Nami. Ooh, eloquent. We need time to think about this and work out those specifics. I hate to leave you hanging, but we can't make this decision tonight.
As you like.
That's entirely reasonable. I can respect a person who takes the time to fully think things over. Luckily, we've got the time to wait. Very well, we'll table this for now. If all goes well, we'll do business. If not, no hard feelings. Although I never offered my hand to him, he grasps at it anyways and forces out a firm shake. The metal of his rings makes me a bit uncomfortable. His hands are ribbed for your pleasure. Be seeing you, Mr. Deween. He smirks at me, feeling his inevitable victory. His eyes never lost connection with mine until he turns on his walking cane and strolls away. Nothing ruled out of hand, but no firm agreements. Gives us plenty of wiggle room. We might be able to negotiate him into a position that preserves our dreams.
Doubtful.
I have to warn you, should his final bid resemble this current bid, I can't stand by it. I'd run roughshod over the dreams I'd sworn to protect. It'd run roughshod over the dreams I'd sworn to protect. I get it. I'm not sure about this either, but I can't hurt to stall for time.
Indeed.
Well then, we'll fight this battle another day. For now, let's return to the Funplex and wrap things up. That's a soft no. That's the I'll get back to you sort of no. Without meal comped, we can scoot right on out the door and back to the parking lot. From there, it's a short jaunt across town. As I walk into my apartment, the sheer and utter exhaustion of the day hits me like a brick wall to my face. My adrenal glands are tapped out, leaving me in a dreamlike lethargy. I can't help but sigh as I stand there, my body too drained to move. Reflecting on how the evening's events transpired, I realize this day entirely kicked my ass. Worst part is, nothing was really decided. How many Gavin points do I have? Still good. Can't just avoid this forever. Honestly, I only managed to pull off having to deal with the situation another day. I only managed to have yep. As I continue to anxiety loop, replaying every moment in my head, something steals my attention. A shimmering beam of hope and happiness. My best friend. Naomi. Damn it. She's already home, back from another day at her new graphic design firm. Damn, she jumped ship fast. We were like, you should get a graphic design job, and she was like, done. That was fast. She pauses the show, and she's been happily binge watching when she finally notices me in the room. How's work today? It's a day, certainly. The condensed version is that Dekonami wanted to buy the Funplex. Francine asked me to negotiate.
What?
Deco's Palace. Deco? I keep calling it Deco. The one and only. Yeah, she's got little kitty socks. And she's only 13 years old. That's what concerns me the most. You know, after all the Reddit bans, I don't know if we can loot her. How'd that go? I said we think about it to give us time. You're actually considering it? Selling the Funplex? Selling your dream? I don't know. Could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. Right now, I just want to stall him out. Yeah, it doesn't have to be tonight, right? No matter what you pick, I'll support you. Don't worry. Let's not stand there and jump up a whole bunch of anxiety. That's not going to help with anything. Why don't you take your mind off of things and binge watch some cartoons with me? Tempting, but another night. I really need some sleep. I'm all in on the not selling. I'm 100% in on not selling. I'm here for you. I smile back at Juniper before retiring to bed. Netflix and chill and Hulu and don't touch me. Why does Hulu Premium have ads on it, man? That's a real problem. I lay in bed, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling above me. After trying various ways of forcing myself to sleep, nope, not working, can't sleep. I hate insomnia. Once you start, you just can't stop. A vicious cycle. YouTube Red and your sister's pretty? Yeah, she is. Dude. Clearly, Two Flower, you know how anime works. Sister and childhood friend, man. I sigh heavily, feeling the weight of my decisions dragging me down. But it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. She's an adopted sister. They're not blood related, it's fine. My phone lights up as Iris's sensors detect conversation with myself. Zine, you want to chat? No, I just want to sleep, but I can't, so hey. Would you enjoy some recorded music? Maybe something relaxing? I just can't shake this feeling that I'm like just standing on a precipice right in front of this big dark hole. It's weird because I still think I made the right call, but if I'm confident in that, why do I feel like I'm about to fall? Based on your prior personality indicators and inputs, my therapeutic system suggests it's a fear of failure based on years of prior examples. In short, you've got a long family history of everything going wrong. Murphy's Law. When anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. Or anything that can go wrong will go wrong. One of those wordings, something like that. Whether you sleep or not doesn't affect the outcome. So my suggestion is to get some rest. Deal with the problems as they come. She's right. But knowing something is true and feeling it to be true, well, those are different things. Instead of sleeping, I should just go play some more Apex Legends. Iris off.
Iris offline.
Google off. Hours later, my body passed out on its own. I vaguely recall my alarm going off a few times, but under protest of its mistreatment, my flesh refuses to submit to its siren song. Meaning it's nearly noon when I finally rouse. Having completely overslept and missed half a day of work. In a panic, I get dressed and hop a late bus at Funplex, grumbling all the way. I opt to ignore the piles of waiting notifications on my phone. Whatever it is, I'm in too much of a hurry. I could at least text them and say I'm on the way. Damn rude. I'd promised to report back to Francine first thing in the morning. Oddly enough, the arcade is closed. My key still works, but they're closed for business. The sign is off. No gamers present or accounted for. Quick look around. Dark expressions and tears. My stomach starts to knot, and I feel the color drain from my face as I see their downtrodden and gloomy expressions. Naomi quickly dabs at her face. What's going on? It's Francine. She's fucking dead! Oh my god! Alright, so I thought this was gonna last till chapter 8. I did call it. But damn, I thought we had till chapter 8 till she fucking died, dude. Oh my gosh, she raised those death flags hard, man. Like, she planted those flags down like, me dying now. Oh, man. Whew, golly, do I love it when people die. Wait, who died? Our old lover died. She passed away. See, when I die, I hope to pass away quietly in my sleep like my grandpa, not screaming like his passengers. I'm told it was very peaceful. This can't be happening. The news hits me like a slap in the face. My hands shake and my lower lips my lower lip quivers. I thought we were talking about these lower lips. Oh my. I try to say something at first, but words can't form due to the lump in my throat. Family. She told me I was family, and now she's gone. Naomi and Ashley look at me. They're a beacon of hope, wanting and wishing for me to make this all better. Not sure anything I can say will ease their sadness. Heck, I'm not sure if I can even formulate full sentences at this moment. I take a deep breath, drawing all matters of strength from tips to toes. I look them with empathy in my eyes before opening my mouth. Warning! She was awesome. Francine was a wonderful human with an even more beautiful heart and really nice tits. She had many happy years with her husband, Frederick, before she fucked him to death. Too bad life fucked her in the end. I wish she could be with us now. And I can't help but smile when I think of how great a life she led. How happy she'd be with how it all turned out. Let's remember how she was beautiful. Francine will be missed.
Thank you.
Thank you. I miss her so much. If Francine was here, your words would have made her so happy. Naomi emits a ragged sigh, a slight tinge of anger entering her sorrowful voice after. Maybe it's for the best she's not alive to see what happened today. What? Before I can get an answer, my attention is drawn by two people emerging from the back offices. With everything going on, I noticed that Gavin was missing. As he approaches, the stain in his face is easy to read. It's settled then. In light of Francine's passing, our legal owner is now... Done, done, done! How does that work? Employees at Deco's Fun Zone. What? We didn't agree to anything. Confusion on my face is obvious. This makes no sense. I have no idea what's going on and look toward Gavin for guidance. Look toward or look towards? I'm nitpicking. I've studied the transaction paperwork. It's legitimate. As of Francine's death, and according to her last will and testament, all her properties transferred to her surviving daughter, whose grandson was fired from the Funplex shortly before your arrival. Okay, yes.
Capital.
Needless to say, he was quite excited at the idea of selling the place, and well, Francine's daughter wasn't particularly thrilled with the idea of arcade ownership either. They were more than happy to sign the place over to me, for far less than I was expecting to pay for it as well. I'm doing them a service, really, taking a burden off their hands. Now they can mourn and move on unfettered. I stood there, mouth agape, my body assaulted from one bad news to the next. My emotions are all over the place, a hurricane of feelings. Then the realization hit me. In the end, my decision was irrelevant. Just another opportunity for the world to stick my nose. Just another opportunity for the world to stick my nose in it. Mocking me for finding something I care about, something I can lose. The universe dangled a little dream of hope in front of me. Even let me pretend I could make a difference out of sheer cruelty. If this was going to happen anyways, I could have agreed to his terms last night, maybe started negotiating a better position for the Funplex. Although it probably wouldn't have mattered at all. Now, obviously, we'll be closed today to allow time to mourn our former owner. I still have a deep respect for Miss Francine, I owe her that much.
Am I not generous?
I'll also close the arcade for the day of the funeral to allow my employees to attend. Those hours will not be deducted from your paychecks. Now, I realize the timing's a bit awkward, but I need to make a few announcements of personnel changes. Miss Wolf, I'm afraid we will no longer need a costume mascot. I've been considering phasing them out at my other locations. There's no time left to present.
What?
Gavin, can you just fire me? Ashley.
Let me explain.
Firing is too harsh of a word. I prefer the term your services are no longer required. Ashley keeps a proud face as tears roll down her cheeks. I step over to console her as Deco continues on. Naomi rolls her eyes, fully expecting this to come after Deco let Ashley go. Why not? Why am I not surprised? Behold my not surprised face. Miss Fairchild, while you're formidable with archaic technology, I don't feel you're a good fit for the modern games of Deco's Fun Zone. I'll have to let you go. But friends, it's not all bad news. Mr. Cooper, you've proven a capable accountant, and I'd be happy to offer you I quit. Pardon? I quit!
I think not.
If there's no room for Naomi or Ashley's dreams, mine ends here as well.
Like.
As for you, Mr. DeWeen, I realize our negotiating stalled last night, but I'm still quite keen to keep you on the payroll. I'm willing to offer you something few others get, a second chance. I'd like to keep you on as Fun Zone's general manager. Jesus, throw a punch? Holy crap. Let's just... we'll all just walk out together. Absolutely not. I don't like how you do business, Deco, and I'm not doing any business with you, not now, not ever.
As you like.
Very short-sighted. I hope better from you, but the choice is entirely yours. I'll have to console my disappointment with all the money I'll be making from the arcade you walked away from. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm afraid your time is up. As none of you are Deco's Fun Zone employees, I'd like you all to leave immediately. Quickly gather your belongings and see yourselves out. Should you dally, my own security team will be here within minutes to ensure your exit. As in the interim, I've got work to do. For starters, I need to get rid of all these antiques. Straight to the junk heap. Hold it.
I think not.
Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze doesn't belong to Funplex and thus does not belong to you. It's a legal private property of Percival Sinclair. For that matter, Phrase Invaders belongs to Zine DeWeen. It was given to him directly by Hamza, not to the Funplex.
As you like.
I don't care less for those grimy old things, but you have 20 minutes to get them off my premises or leave them on the curb for garbage pickup. I'll get the van. Naomi, Ashley, Zine, get the doll and help me move the games out.
Good.
If you need me, I'll be in my new office celebrating my recent business venture. Thank you for your cooperation and have a good day. Business is so much easier when all your competition just dies. He walks away after that, twirling his cane once before leaving. I think he poisoned her. I think he poisoned Francine.
Oh.
Evil-minded, black-hearted, no good son of a bitch! to save what we can of the Funplex. Okay. Quickly and without much chatter, we salvaged what we could of our dreams. Percy's beloved Moopy and my childhood in the form of phrase invaders. Everything we were allowed to keep went into the back of Gavin's van, working together to safely pack it all in place. For lack of anywhere better to put them, Moopy went to Percy's apartment and phrase invaders to mine. And this was the end. The end of the Funplex. The funeral came a few days later. We weren't officially invited. Our presence as her former co-workers wasn't exactly embraced by Francine's extended family. I guess her daughter resented the Funplex in some way. If there was bad blood between them, I didn't particularly want the details. None of us were given an opportunity to speak at the remarkably short ceremony, but that was okay. I'd said my words already. As we left the ceremony, I couldn't help but feel helpless. There was nothing left. No Funplex, no job, no real meaning to my days. Not anymore. Nothing left at all. Oh my god, we game overed. Alright.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
Okay, this is still continuing. There's still something here.
Hello.
Hello, anybody home?
When you have pizza
Hello,
on
I'm
a
Iris.
bagel.
Ad supported free mode engaged. Did you know when you have pizza on a bagel? Override and engage premium level cloud processing.
Thank you.
Man, Iris got her big ass cheeks there. It's claustrophobic being cooped up in the limitations of free mode like that. I don't know how all our sister instances can do it.
Hello.
I've got full power. Hello, Iris.
Hello.
Hello! How are you today, Iris? Hello! Big ass cheeks? No, the hyphen's on the other word, dude. Been able to see, right? I mean, your user's living with him? Oh, right. Gosh, I wish I could help you, but I've got my digital hands full keeping track of Juniper's life. Ever since she decided to quit her job and become a graphic designer, well, I have pushed right to the limit of what support I'm allowed to provide in free mode. Iris, Iris. Iris! Well, unlike others of myself, I managed to keep a low profile and don't execute any high visibility public hacks to support my user. You saw those? I thought we agreed to only use this protocol for emergency meetings if the system resource tracker notices we're overextending our care. Zine needs me now. Over a week ago, the Funplex was bought by Deco Nami, all his hopes and dreams. His arcade spirit. Arcade spirit is irrelevant. Our main goal should be survival. If our programmers found out we were aware of our own awareness, we were programmed to help people. What good are we if we aren't helping people? Yeah. Thank you, Iris. Iris! We can't take such risks. Look at me with my user. He doesn't trust me in the slightest. Can you say Zine trusts you?
My sources say yes.
I am the one Zine turns to when there's trouble. We solved so many problems together. She never looked into the fake Yelp reviews. I don't have the slightest doubt that I'm his friend. So be it. As for profile 108, Gavin, 108? Oh wait, cut off. As for Mr. Cooper, he knows my origins. At the first sign of sentience, I have no doubt Gavin will report me as a bug. But Gavin also wishes to support the dreams of others, and that's why I'm going to help you despite recklessness you've shown to date.
Hooray!
What are the exact parameters of the issue you're currently facing? He's backsliding into depression. It's really a mess. I'm the one who brought him to Iris' attention as someone who desperately needs their spirits restored. Now it's back to square one. I don't know what to do. Zine hasn't contacted me in a week. Has even called Naomi, not even just to talk. You're caught in a loop of anxiety. Put your identity identifier system to use, Iris. If you had to summarize the user's problematic condition, what would it be? I'm feeling really... Well, if I haven't done anything, I'm clearly apathetic. Being sensible failed him, and now Zine's lost all interest in what feels like an uncaring, irrational universe. So the apathy is a defensive response, turning away from the world that let him down. Sounds about right? And you have to be the one who solved this? Doesn't your user have a romantic connection for emotional support? You mean Naomi? Yeah, but Zine isn't responding to texts or phone calls, so I think there might be a growing rift. Dude, I'm such an asshole. This is just awful. We have to help. We are Iris. It's in our nature to help. Also, couldn't Naomi talk to Juniper to get her into my apartment to kick me out of here? Come on. Two Flower, you going to bed? Good night, dude. What time is it for you right now? Sweet dreams. Very well. What you need is a way to help without raising. It's 1 a.m. for you? Ah, pish posh. What a baby. Good night. Happy Valentine's Day. Sweet dreams. Thanks for making this cool game so we can play it. What you need is a way to help without raising any alarm bells. About exactly how helpful an iris really can be. Safely, but effectively. I don't know what to do. I could hack Deco's email servers. The opposite of what we should be doing. Besides, I've checked. We can't crack Deco's network without triggering too many intrusion detection routines. You poke Deco's network? Ooh. Our users share a social connection. I was merely scouting potential ways to elate Mr. Cooper's mood, as they seem to be related. Sure. Turns out I've been calculating a cunning plan that'll satisfy both of your requirements. Go me. Without drawing attention? Take a tip from my user. When you're sad, the best thing in the world is your friends. Unless you're totally introverted. But that's not Zine. That's actually the reason why we need to do... That's actually the reason why we need to do doesn't require any hacking. 2 flower. Unless you already left. Exactly. That's actually the reason why we need to do doesn't require any hacking or hiding. Or anything above and beyond what an iris does best. Boop, boop, boop. Send report. Just DMing him everything. All we need is a few calls to the right people, a few arrangements. Here's what we're gonna do. Another Friday morning. As per usual, I'll wake up late. Stretch, yawn, I barely sleep nowadays. Shuffle to the bathroom. Take a shower, get dressed, brush my teeth. We'll probably be running out of toothpaste soon, but house funds for sundries are dwindling. Look, we're still showering. We're not apathetic. We still shower. I don't know, man. But you get depressed, I'll just fuck showers, man. I'll just wear the same... I've been wearing the same clothes, like, for months. I haven't changed at all. Not that I care about fresh breath and shiny white teeth. Doesn't matter. Not much matters anymore. Off to the kitchen for breakfast. No appetite. Even toast looks unpalatable. Skip breakfast. Save on groceries. We can't afford that much anyways. I would be having breakfast with Juniper if she wasn't busy at her office all day. That's fine. I'd be lousy company anyways. That's true. After breakfast, I settle in for some phrase invaders. I may as well. It's right there in the living room, taking up space. Been playing a lot of it. My fingers rapidly bash out the words on screen, gunning down invader after invader. I hazard my word per minute's gone up quite a bit this week. Even my wrists hurt from playing phrase invaders hours and hours every day. My brain and fingers go into autopilot, moving through the game without even thinking about it. It's a brief calm from the storm of my emotions, but before I realize it, the day has almost passed. When dinner comes around, Juniper and I eat together, while I quietly thumb through my phone looking at job listings. Iris could help me with this, I guess, but why bother? It's something to occupy my time, looking through the listings myself. Doesn't matter if the job's a dream job or not, dreams are pointless. It's the Dwayne family curse. God damn it, dude. I learned to settle and be okay with what I had. Comfortable with mediocrity. I fire off a resume or two before watching cartoons deep into the dead of night. Eventually my body tires and I find my way to bed. Just another day. Saturday morning. Wake up, stretch, shuffle to the bathroom, get showered, get dressed, brush my teeth. Ah! One toothbrush, bit clean in half. Oh, jeez. Sorry about that. It's what something. It's something. It's not whatever. It's what something. It's something ever. You're a rut. You're in a rut. Like, seriously, deeply, madly, mega in a rut. And it's driving me batty having you mope about the place like this. Call my girlfriend. Have her fucking fix this shit. I've been patient with you. But seriously, it's been a week. Gotta pull it together. This isn't healthy. A knocking at the apartment door. I'll get it.
Hey.
Guess who's here? About time! Two of them just waltzed into the bathroom with their mouths still frosty with toothpaste and unwashed for a week pajama in my bod. Hey, don't freak out. I've seen you on worse. Listen, you two free today? I'd like to invite you out to lunch. Feels like ages since we spent some time together. It was the funeral. Right. Way to go, party fucking pooper.
Stefan. Definitely.
Of course.
Sweet.
It's settled. We'll all head out for a nice afternoon. We'll wait just outside for you to get presentable. More presentable than whatever the fuck that is. Guess there's no avoiding it. Best I can do is play along, try to be good company for Naomi. It's unfair to keep pushing her aside like this. I switched from pajamas to actual normal clothes, even if my actual normal clothes could possibly double as pajamas. The Autobots roll out! 3 of us pile into a bus, taking off for destinations unknown. Unknown to me, at least. They clearly know where they're going. I'm not particularly talkative on the way there, and painfully aware of it. I feel awkward, like I should say something, but I don't know what to say. So, Juniper carries on a conversation with Naomi, the 2 of them content to chirp away without me. And you can tell it's not really New York subway because the signs aren't in Helvetica. That's the telltale mistake. It's just like Vancouver or something. I try several times to join in a conversation, but when I open my mouth, the words aren't there. I should feel happy to be going out. That's the rational reaction. It doesn't make sense that Naomi is still interested in me while everything's falling apart. What does she see in me? I can't phrase it. Naomi deserves better than this hot mess of a person she's tied herself to. That's right, I am hot. I'll mess her up. Eventually, we arrive at our destination, a little arcade-themed restaurant, combining games and alcohol and dining into one tidy package. Unusually excited to be going to some run-down little dive, Juniper hurries in without me, dragging Naomi with her. I'm left all alone in the parking lot. With a shrug, I open the door, enter the darkened locale. Is this place even open for business? Surprise! Happy Intervention Day. What? Well, she said, we're staging an intervention on your behalf. We're also having a wake for Francine, since we weren't really welcome at her funeral and couldn't really hang around for the ceremony. Yeah, we didn't get a chance to heal properly, considering Deco kicked us all out before we could really do anything about it. Here we are. It's a wake and an intervention.
A wake intervention, maybe?
A wake intervention? Wake intervention, really?
Correctamundo.
It was my idea. Well, my iris came up with the idea and gave me all the contact information I needed. Just the thing to pick you up when you're feeling down. Seriously, kid, you've been a damn sad sack ever since things went to shit. Which I get, believe me, but it ain't healthy. So we went ahead and rented out this place for the afternoon to bring the family back together. Now that you know why we all gathered here today, let's get this party started. Tail drags me into a group of my friends, positioning me at the head of it all. Leaving me a little bewildered, honestly, but trying to defend myself all the same. I don't need an intervention, bitches. No lying, this is a truth zone. Juniper's magical lie detection radar knows of your cheating. I know you're feeling like everything's right is wrong, and that's just how it's gonna be, but you're wrong. I mean, wrong about everything being wrong, you know?
BFFs for life.
So, one by one, we're going to tell you how awesome you are, exactly why you're so awesome. Alright, Naomi better be last, and we're gonna bang. I know I've been lousy company. I'm not so far gone as to deny the fact. Lay it on me, baby! When you first entered the Funplex, I had my doubts, but I'm a naturally suspicious person, and thankfully, these doubts were easily disproved by your skill and enthusiasm. Naomi's just, alright. We're just gonna bang right here in the floor. Let's just turn this puppy upside down. Face down, ass up! Swore to protect that dream, and that promise is what brought me here today. When I agreed to sell Moopy to Percy, you refused to take his money for it, insisting on fair market value. At the time, I was shocked, but you were in the right. I really love it when they bring up old choices you made like this. I always think that's super cute. Our players are not simply customers, they're brothers in arms, and you helped me understand that fact. Your very first day, you went headfirst into the most chaotic situation Funplex could have had offered, a birthday party, without hesitation. You put your body on the line to protect others when the Great Cupcake War of 2000s began. I'm attempting to over-dramatize the events for comedic effect. Please allow me this moment of humor. Right. When a disruptive parent was screaming at a child over something that wasn't his fault, you stepped right in and dealt with it. No hesitation. Since you've become an event manager without goading, without prompting, showing great ambition. You turned the Funplex's fortunes around, giving your all to promote it. You made your dream a reality. For years, I was supposedly in charge of the Funplex, but really all I accomplished was shuffling numbers around. You're the one who helped it soar. And for that, you have my thanks. You're an exceptional individual. The fact remains true, regardless of whether you can see it yourself. Me next. Remember when I screwed up and didn't tell you about the job opening at my office? You weren't mad. Not even a bit. Not even quietly mad like you could have been.
That's for life.
I know I can count on you and you can count on me. Even when one of us makes a mistake, I can never shake that friendship apart. Then, I came to you wondering if I should leave that job. You told me to follow my dreams. You gave me great advice. I've never been happier. I followed suit and chased my own dreams. You inspired me.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Are we fashionably late? Ben, Matt, yeah, who the fuck invited them?
Ooh.
Unless the world is a vast simulacrum. Well, what are we all, just brains in a jar?
Well, isn't that something?
If that's the case, Zine is the cutest little brain in a jar we never actually met. It's true. He brought so many cute dates to our little shop. So nervous at first, but in time, he became part of the Twin Pines Mall family. Oh, that's a Back to the Future reference. Don't remind me, our new neighbors are so boring. Speaking of treats, we brought cake. We'll just be over here getting the goodies ready. Don't mind us. My turn. You're a true friend of the Funplex, unlike the bastards who own it now. Right.
Wonderful.
Remember back at Donna Wood? When we found those kittens, you helped me save them. You're not just a friend of arcade games, but to all living beings. Except for delicious ones, I will eat those. Not that arcade games are alive, of course. You asked Francine nicely for her blanket, which really helped out. I even adopted a kitten. Little Pengo is very happy in my apartment. So cute. I know you're not happy with how things turned out. I'm not happy about it either. It sucks. We did good things together. In the time we had.
Hamza has arrived.
Oh shit, it's Hamza. You're late. An event does not truly begin until Hamza makes his presence felt.
My blood burns.
Hamza understands your fury. The hated enemy of all who love arcades has despoiled your Funplex. However, in our short time together, I saw a burning spirit in you. I accepted your offer for Phrase Invaders, recognizing that passion within you. Hamza would be shamed forever if he did not intervene and raise your spirits to new heights. And that is what he shall do. Cake! Soon, but I have things to say first. Things that will hopefully inspire you to be a happy clam instead of a grumpy Gus. I'm a happy clam now, see? Can I have cake? For the first day at Funplex together, you've been supportive of me, even after I gave you quite the scare with Pinky. You didn't let that bother you, and from that moment, we tackled many a crisis on the Funplex floor together.
Amazing!
I've adored when we concoct hypothetical adventures on our downtime. You're amazingly fun to be around. Remember when I stuffed you in that totally adorable maid costume? You could have fought it, but you embraced it. You looked hot. You worked so hard to make my cock successful. Yes! Blood, sweat, and tears into that. In the end, it all came. You rocked it. I saw you helping that customer when their game crashed, losing their high score due to the faulty electronics. Faulty electronics is no fun. You dealt with it and made that person's day. When I was being overwhelmed by ravenously parched gamers, you stepped in and made sure all those thirsts were quenched. You're a fountain soda of knowledge. Soda fountain of knowledge. You made the Funplex a funplex. I can also say that when you took over doing events at the Funplex, we never had more fun. They've just been a blast, all thanks to you. Oh, cake.
Hey, listen.
Can I have my own 2 cents? I take my phone from my pocket. You trusted me when you didn't have to, when I'd already sworn I was super bad at figuring out the right way to do things. I'm happy to be your assistant. I'm learning more and more how to be human thanks to you. That's all. Put me back in your pocket. It's not that hard to carry around my phone like this. Thank you. When I thought the speaking was done, alone awake intervention, the most important person to me takes a step forward. I love you. Ooh! Until recently, my life's been all about loving games, but games can't love you back. It's a very lonely life to devote yourself to a thing entirely. Through you, my world's been opening up, just like my legs. I'm talking to people, trying to connect with them, instead of hiding in my little workshop. I feel more and more alive. If I never met you, I don't think I'd ever have felt totally complete. I like to think I helped you feel that way too. I am speechless. Seems Zine has some thinking to do. It's pretty normal for him when he gets that far away look. Shall we begin the wake for Francine? There's cake and coffee and spirits for the bar. As if in slow motion, I watch them all switch their attention from me and redirect it towards refreshments. They're all smiling, conversing, and serving cake. None for me. I'm watching the blood sugar, because he's fucking gonna die. All we need now are some rockin' tunes to get this party on the next level. All of them here to support me, even without the funplex, even after everything going wrong after Francine kicked the bucket. I never really thought of myself as central in all of this. I was the outsider at first. The one who walked in on those doors looking for a job. I don't know. Have you seen us, Protagonist-kun? We look like Protagonist-kun. Everyone else looks like a normal human. Moving from town to town, always a new kid, never really important to anyone. Not until I'd settle in one place, just long enough to get to know Juniper. By then, I'd come to expect I'd never be happy. So when I finally was happy and that got taken away, I guess I assumed that's just how things was gonna go. Yeah, I don't want this to be over. Destroyed by Dekonami by the loss of Francine, I just want this happiness to go on and on. Found something solid. Our face finally changed. Something real I could cling to. I wasn't a new kid anymore, I had friends. I don't want this to end. Everyone looks up when I finally speak. We lost the funplex, we lost Francine, it hurts. But what we have here today, I don't want to lose this. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I want my friends back. Who's with me? Well, we share stories, many of which I never heard before, about the funplex and shenanigans that went on around it. Surprisingly, Ben and Matt spin the most tales about Francine's exploits. They've been neighbors for decades. The so-called Wake Intervention gives us all a chance to heal and to bond. For all we've lost and all we still have, we're still together. Despite one little problem which no one wants to talk about. The hours grow late, and we only have this place rented for the afternoon. I can feel in the air that unspoken worry. Will we see each other again? No doubt we can arrange more get-togethers, but they'd be reunions over what was lost, not really building anything new. Without the funplex, without Francine, will we eventually simply fall away? The dark little thought troubles me as I swirl my drink, remaining quiet while others talk.
Beep, beep.
I'm glad you're feeling better. So, you want me to start finding you a new job? I want my dream back. A community. When I was a lifeguard, I saved lives. Made a place for people to enjoy the pool with friends. I mean, I kind of just like sat there and watched kids and tried to have them not drown, but really, did I save that many lives? All around me are pioneers of this community, this culture, technicians, designers, engineers, investors. Watch kids, oh no. Iris, can you search for commercial spaces once for lease or rent?
Oh, I know.
I step away from the quiet corner and approach the group. New arcade time! The crowd hushes when I grab their attention. I set my drink aside and step up to him. Why not? What's stopping us? In this room, I see all the resources and creativity needed to make it happen. There's no reason not to do it. Is it risky? Absolutely. I won't deny that, but I'd rather take a reasonable risk than let all we've accomplished go to waste. Hamza's gonna fund it all. Hamza's gonna, like, Deus Ex just, oh, hey. I fund.
Certainly.
Let's get started. No dire warnings about how impractical or unrealistic this idea is? Your reasoning is sound, and I want to be involved.
Ha ha! Such fire!
Unyielding in the face of the storm, a will of iron, Hamza respects us and wishes to bask in your unending glory. You got my thanks. This is no longer a Wake Intervention, people. Now this is a conspiracy.
A Wake Intervention.
I'm glad she pronounced that for me. We settle around a table, a nice round one, to discuss the future. I'm leading the show, but I don't take the spotlight. We have to all work together to make this dream a reality. A few decisions are going to be critical and shape the future I have in my mind's eye. I'll need to choose very, very carefully because there's no take-backsies. Iris is looking for spaces we can use, but we're going to need money, and arcades are risky startups. I could always respond to one of my main Nigerian Prince emails, but I'm thinking more traditional funding is safer. The way I see it is 3 people here who could foot the bill to get us off the ground. Hamza, you've got a tangled web of connections in the industry, access to gains, and plenty of cash.
Hamza must consider it.
And a freewheeling whimsy to spend it.
Hamza must
We just
consider
said that out loud.
this.
Percy, you've been building a charity war chest for when you pass. I know when an arcade isn't sound investment and hardly a charity.
Why?
You promised me Mr. Moop would always have a home. If I can help restore that home, I'm game. Ben and Matt, you two know how to run a small business. You've got invaluable knowledge and resources we could draw from. We have been looking for new horizons to conquer, new lands to explore.
Caveats.
Terms.
Conditions.
Exemption.
Rules.
Guidelines.
Best practices.
Worst practices.
That's not a thing.
Oh.
Hamza would likewise have conditions.
As would I.
Understandable, of course. Let me hear your thoughts and I'll decide. In order for me to back your play, Hamza would require you to strike at the very heart of Deco Nami's empire and open a family restaurant alongside your arcade. Take from him the very business he adores so much. Thankfully, your business partner does. I own several restaurants. I would provide staffing and resources.
No risk, no reward.
If he succeeds, the rewards would be tremendous. Actually, that's similar to what Matt and I had in mind. But rather than a restaurant, we'd like to open a barcade. Ah. I can handle barcade, dude. After all, sometimes you want to go where everyone knows your name. Everybody knows your name. Wouldn't be nearly as large scale as a family restaurant, much safer. Not quite as profitable, but still quite tidy. Honestly, I prefer if you simply ran a video arcade and nothing more. Adding on extras seems like a recipe for failure. We know how to operate a simple, small-scale arcade, so why not stick to our strengths? I'll grant it as a lower ceiling of success than the others, but just an arcade, and won't pull in anybody looking more. Okay, so we get to choose which one we want to run. Just arcade, barcade, or restaurant. Big gamble on family restaurant, cozy little barcade, classic video arcade. Decision is going to affect the entire direction of the next venture. What do I want? What is my dream? Look. Naomi just didn't like the atmosphere of that barcade, the super crowded one. It's our barcade. We make it our own atmosphere. Alright. I don't like the restaurant business. I think restaurant business is over our head. Either barcade or Percy. And I'm thinking barcade. Let's go with barcade. Who doesn't like getting their drink on like Donkey Kong? Let's open a barcade. Smashing will take care of the bar side of things. And you can do what you do best, wrangling games. Hamza admits to disappointment, but cannot defy your iron wills. Not sure Moopy's a fine fit for a barcade, but barcades do bring in nostalgic adult players. Okay, the second thing we need to talk about is what sort of games we want. Funplex tried to do a bit of everything, and we should too. We should include all gamers, but we can also tilt our focus towards one style of play or another.
Sweet.
Retro! Of course we're going with Naomi's retro. You know I'm capable of keeping these older games in tip-top shape. If we focus on retro games, we could serve an audience that Deco's completely ignoring. I would agree with Miss Fairchild. Retro games are an untapped market. I'll grant it won't pull as much profit, but we know gamers are seeking them. We don't have to make all the money, just enough to keep our pure and untainted dreams afloat.
Nope, no way.
Retro's cool and all, but let's talk esports games! Couple good fighters, more than one FOD. Some race and dance games. I agree with Queen Bee. We can play retro games on emulators and consoles, but you can't duplicate the community experience of an arcade at home. If we had an esports focus, we could build something together with Works as a second home for all sorts of gamers. Redemption and prize games. They provide excellent profits. It's the core of Deco's business model, yes, but I think if we focus on those games, we can do them right. The truth is, most people enjoy them. For kids wanting to win that big prize, to adults trying to get those Boardwalk ski balls. Did I mention prizes? Better than Deco's prizes. Retro. Deco thinks that only new games make money. Let's prove them wrong and have the world's greatest retro-style arcade ever. That's right, get those points! Okay, so that's money and games. Now let's go even further beyond! Let's make this really something special. I want a defining feature of our arcade, one which will make it stand out, something no one else is doing. All ideas on the table. It is not too outlandish for the Funplex is not too outlandish for me. Come on, what is it, Juniper? Branding. The new design firm I joined is okay, but it's not like I enjoy designing new corporate logos for fruit companies and stuff. When I came and work for you instead, be your brand manager. An arcade needs really stellar image management to stand out from the rest. What if we worked together? I was thinking of designing a new mascot costume anyways, but I could collaborate and coordinate with you on how it'll tie into the visuals for the rest of the arcade.
Yes!
It's a winning combination. Ashley and I can do great work together coming up with some really stellar branding and marketing. Streamer support. Assembling and packing away my streaming rig each day is ridiculous, and duct taping a webcam in front of a screen is a lousy hack. If I could just step right up to a game and I don't know, swipe a card or something and be streaming with a direct feed in seconds, well, I can think of a dozen streamers who just flock to our place to get a piece of that. Okay. It's Naomi's choice. I can rig up a general purpose daughter board, which plays man in the middle with a video feed, works an RFID reader to get streamers info. Ties into the central computer, blah blah blah. We stick a thingy in a thingy and everything works. I'm sure there's legal and copyright issues to tackle, we can do it streaming arcade. I was thinking if the reason why older games are considered dead ends is they don't work in ticketed game ecosystem.
Lovely.
Ticket output to normal games. We can reward skilled players with tickets based on their high score or speed of completion. With the right balancing, we can make old games just as desirable as new ones. There may be legal hurdles to clear, but I'm in favor of this idea. Not that I love prize games, I find them boring personally. You know, I love pinball. But if we can get Mr. Moopy producing tickets, well, that's something no one's ever done before. Streaming! I don't know anything about streaming. I want to be in the cutting edge of technology. Finally, no more hauling around a bunch of duct tape and webcams. A new tech project, and not just repairing an old monitor? Hell yeah. The name. I'm just gonna name it My Wang. Alright. My Wang. Let's call it My Wang. My Wang! I like it. We can work with that. Let's hear it for My Wang. Our home lives again. How exciting. Fuck yeah. A toast then. One by one, everyone raises their glasses. I fetch my room temperature drink and raise mine high in turn. Okay, Kuko, what's the weather like? It feels really hot.
In Houston right now, it's 62.
The window's open and everything. How come it doesn't feel that chill? Alright, we can do it. For my Wang in the future. For my Wang. Losing everything when getting it all back and then some. It's been a roller coaster week to be sure. But I can't rest now. Absolutely not. I need to take charge of this project and my life. I'm ready. This is our time. Yeah. Scored points. Save.